Well, hello again, Maverick traders, and welcome out to your daily market roundup. This is Ankit here, and I'll be breaking down today's market price action. It's the Wednesday, February the 28th. Let's get into it, and as always, let's start with our top-down analysis, taking a look at broader markets, bringing it down to our sector analysis, and then talk about some bullish, sideways, and bearish setups. Let's get into it.
Disclaimer. This video was created for professional stock and option traders. Maverick Trading is a proprietary trading firm that employs professional traders around the world. Our traders trade firm capital and keep 70 to 80% of profits they generate. All trades and analysis in this video are for professional traders only. If you are interested in becoming a professional trader for Maverick, click the apply button in the video description. Let's break down what happened today.
So looking at our market analysis, let's just start right with the percentage change for the day. So you can see that we saw a bit of a weakness across the board in the markets, more weakness in the Qs and the Russell, but overall weakness across the board. Oil was down as well, and gold was flat. So we're seeing a bit of a cooling off happening in the markets. If you take a look at the chart here for the S&P, we are been so bullish in the market that this is, again, just a very shallow pullback. So we're still in this pullback formation. I know a lot of traders are right now looking for some exhaustion signs yet. I'm not really seeing a big exhaustion sign. We're just seeing a bit of a slowdown. So this is a good time to sort of take a look at some of the balance of your portfolio with some of the relative weakness that's showing some of the stocks. I think that's something we've got to take a look at. Now, looking at the Qs, you're seeing some sideways price action in the Qs as well. So it seems like markets are tired again. Markets are already up 10% so far this year. Massive gains since November. I think this is a good time to sort of take a little bit of a backseat and see, okay, is there any reversal signs yet? I'm not really able to see that yet, but as soon as we get that confirmation, I want to be jumping on it right away. Now, looking at the news today, again, the big one was that Bitcoin did hit 64K level. Highest level since 2021. So it seems like the crypto markets are playing a catch up to the equities. Equities broke out, and here we are, Bitcoin trying to break out. So it's crazy that it just took 2 years and things are kind of breaking out to new highs or even highs that we saw back at the 2021 peak. Now, looking at the advanced decline ratio today, again, 60% down and 30% to the upside. So we're seeing more weakness across the board. 58% on plus above the 50-day moving average and 42% on the downside. So I think this is a great environment to take a look at relatively strong stocks and also take a look at relatively weak stocks and really have a balanced portfolio where we want to play the outperformance versus the underperformance. Looking at the sector heat map today, you can see that it was mixed across the board. You're seeing some pullbacks in the big names like Apple, Google, Meta, Nvidia. Again, that's really what bringing the markets down. But outside of that, there's a lot of green as well. So again, take a look at relative strength versus relative weakness. As we take a look at the market outlook, again, nothing really has changed for me because I'm looking for a lower high and lower low. That's not what we're seeing. We're seeing a shallow pullback in the markets. I know we are sitting at some very hefty gains, but at the same time, we need to see confirmation in the technicals. So I think this is a good time to evaluate both ways. And then see what the market does. We have some data coming out tomorrow. It's inflation data, probably move things. But yeah, we got to be on the lookout for any sort of turn that markets will take likely in this upcoming few weeks here. So looking at our potential setups here, I got 2 bulls, 1 sideways, and 2 bearish. So let's get into it. The first one is Spotify. You can see that this one has been running quite extensively, making a little high base here. We got a little high base over here. This thing is not slowing down. So this is the one that's showing outperformance. We want to stay long as the price action stays above the 20, stays above the 50. So probably a mild, bull call spread on this one. Now, on the sideways, we have AMD. This thing has not gone anywhere in the last couple of months. I think this is safe to sort of play the range here, 163 or 168 at the bottom end to the upper end of 184. Again, there's a little wider range, but this is something that I like it more on the sideways trade. Now, let's talk about bearish. Now, this is showing clear relative weakness. This is Chegg, and you can see that this thing below 20, below 50, and it looks like it wants to break lower here, especially if the market breaks or market pulls back. Again, these weaker ones are the one that will fall the first. So I like this going down from $8 down to it's 8.55 down to the 7 area. Now looking at another one, I like this one as well, Affirm Holdings. We are making a nice little low base over here, below the 20, below the 50. And again, same thing, looking at break below that 36 area and possibly heading down to the 35 to 34 area. So this is, again, I like this to balance the portfolio with some bearish trades going to the March expiration. So overall, again, markets are likely to be in this blow off top mode, but we need confirmation. So that's something we're looking out for. Maybe we have to sort of sit on the sidelines for maybe a week or two before we can really see where the market wants to go. But I think at this point, it kind of makes sense to be on the lookout here for any sort of reversals. The PCE price index is tomorrow. We'll see if that will move the markets, the dollar or the bond yields. And then as far as the earnings goes, we have Bud, TD, Dell, Best Buy. So some of the good names to take a look at, especially if you are already in those positions, or we can take a look at those ones after the earnings comes out. That's all for now. Thanks for joining. We'll see you guys in the next update. Happy trading. Cheers.